Ain't about your bread and I can't fuck with ya. I thought you was 100, but you showed me 50. You said you was gonna ride, huh? And the coupe that's parked outside, that bitch looks so expensive. I bet it cut your eye, huh?
Hey, bro. Apparently, this shit is NBA YoungBoy and NLE Choppa for dissing him. You feel what I'm saying? But look though, bro. I don't know if NBA YoungBoy responded to like NLE Choppa in a way, or I don't know, bro. I don't know. We just finna watch this video and see what this video tell me. You feel me? This should say NBA YoungBoy and NLE Choppa for dissing him. Now I don't even think NLE Choppa dissed him. I have watched an interview on NLE Choppa before, like talking about the whole YoungBoy situation and shit. And now he cool. Now everything's smooth, but I don't know, bro. What happened to this video, though, bro?
When after this shit happened with a lot of all this shit was happening, bro, I was the one really in bro ear, like, I don't want to be this person in your ear to be like, you know what I'm saying, let this shit chill, like, don't move on it. But bro, I'm gonna be that person to let you know, bro, like, this cycle we in as black men is a never ending cycle.
For a long time, everybody was wondering what was going on between NLE Choppa and NBA YoungBoy. I mean, it always seemed like Choppa was a huge YoungBoy fan, and they didn't really have any noticeable beef between one another. Unfortunately, it seems like what happened is a little more complicated than them just throwing diss tracks back and forth. I mean, that did happen, but you'll see what I mean. A lot of people might think that this actually all started with the whole Lil Durk NBA YoungBoy beef, but that's not the case. That being said, a lot of the players are the same. It all actually started for NLE when he ran into some issues with Quando Rondo back in 2019, before Vaughn even passed away. At this point, the news probably flew under the radar for a lot of people, because Quando didn't have nearly as much notoriety back then. Back on June 20th of 2019, Quando Rondo and NLE Choppa were hanging out at the same bar. Apparently, some sort of altercation started popping off, because the first anyone heard about the whole thing was on an Instagram live with Quando. Quando hopped on live and said,
I just cracked NLE Choppa homeboy in this shit, running up on me. Hey, crack nigga ass in this shit, nigga, fuck NLE Choppa, and I got that found me.
The video ends up with someone shouting at him off camera, which Quando responds with,
What's up? Nigga, puss ass nigga.
Shortly after the whole thing went down, NLE Choppa got on a live of his own to say,
You hid behind security and threw a bottle in my nigga head, but you gangster. What? Fuck is you talking about, cuz? Nice ass nigga, we doing this shit for real. Oh, Jesus. And your ass can't come to Memphis. Fuck you talking about? You can't come to Memphis. Fuck you talking about?
Quando claimed that the whole situation didn't go down like NLE was saying, instead claiming that NLE Choppa and his homies ran up on his crew and started the whole thing. Quando also claimed that NLE Choppa hopped into his DMs to try to smooth the whole situation over afterwards. He posted a screenshot which included a message from Choppa saying, I don't know if you fuck with me, but I just want to tell you, keep turning that clad and stay safe out there. Been texting YoungBoy and shit, a lot of fake ass beef was stirred up and squashed, and I just want to tell you before I was bumping you non-stop. Keep turning up, lot. If you know anything about Quando and his relationship to YoungBoy, then you probably know that they ride for each other, regardless of anything else. Quando is signed to YoungBoy's record label, and that's one of the reasons that YoungBoy started beefing with Lil Durk and a bunch of other Chicago dudes. We're not going to go over the whole history of the death of King Von again, but it's important to know that King Von died after getting into a fight with Lil Tim and Quando Rondo. Rondo put out a track to deal with the whole situation and explain his side of the story, and Chicago was really unhappy about the whole thing. Ever since, YoungBoy's been calling all of Chicago out as a result. He's shown time and time again that he'll stick by Quando, even if that means starting a whole inner city beef. Unfortunately, it just so happens that Quando Rondo has beef with Choppa. Choppa also got pulled into everything. The next important event in our story is the time that NLE Choppa was attacked by a random dude at the airport. He was walking around LAX when he was approached by a dude who was later identified as a huge NBA YoungBoy fan. He asked him if he's NLE Choppa, and then he starts swinging on him. After everything went down, while Choppa was a little shaken, he pretty much explained that it was nothing. He said, I'll be at peace, minding my business, but the devil work overtime to bring negativity to someone who seeks positivity. Begging y'all to leave me alone. I'm not one of them, no matter how much I've changed. I'll put anybody under. I got a daughter, a son on the way, a family to feed. He also said, it's a difference from getting hit and falling than fighting in flip-flops and falling on your own. I failed throwing a punch. I didn't get hit till I was on the way down and my backpack 20 pounds. Buddy lip swole, everything I threw connected. My whole ankle rolled. I got ice on it right now. People People on Twitter, of course, had some pretty varying reactions, with a lot of the YoungBoy fans being the loudest. One said, in reference to an interview Choppa did with DJ Academics, should have asked him if he where he from. Is it normal to just stop fighting after the guy punches you harder than you punched him? Should have jabbed with the left first, then threw that weak-ass right. He didn't even hit NLE Choppa. Rewatch the video, the hit didn't connect. NLE Choppa slipped, and also at the end of the video you can see the YoungBoy fan's lip all swollen. He didn't do shit. This motherfucker lucky he didn't try a different rapper. He could have got his ass killed for real. Unfortunately, the last tweet is only half right. We've actually seen other rappers die in similar situations. All it takes is for one crazed fan to get too close, and things can go south real quick. To be honest though, it sounds like this was pretty much just a random attack. It's pretty unlikely that YoungBoy actually had anything to do with planning what went down, but it still led a bunch of people to wonder. After all this went down, things got a little more serious. Obviously, by this point in the events that have unfolded, things had gotten pretty bad. NLE Choppa and King Von had done music in the past, but a lot of people were trying to figure out why he was being targeted. Maybe it was completely unrelated to Von, but then the diss track started. When NBA YoungBoy released I Hate YoungBoy, he set the whole game on fire. He wasn't just dissing Lil Durk or King Von anymore. Now he was going after people who really didn't have much to do with the situation up to this point. I mean, we're talking Boozy, Gucci Mane, 21 Savage, and for some reason, the entirety of O-Block. The big important line on this track in regards to Choppa is clean up on aisle O, referring to O-Block. Between calling out the entirety of O-Block and making direct threats over Instagram to people like Lil Durk, YoungBoy has been cutting himself off from a lot of the music industry, save for a couple of people like DaBaby. DaBaby featured on a mixtape with NBA YoungBoy, which dropped on the same day as King Von's posthumously released album. Now that YoungBoy has basically started a fight with literally everyone, it was only a matter of time before there was some type of retaliation. YoungBoy responded by posting videos burning YoungBoy's green 4KT flags, and Durk released a diss track called NLE Choppa ended up releasing a track too, and even though he claims he doesn't ever diss anybody, it really looks like he was sending a shot at YoungBoy. The track's called Sleazy Flow Freestyle. On the track, NLE Choppa is mostly doing some gangster posturing, talking about what a killer he is. However, there's one line in specific that really stand out. Turned into a hawk down cause he ran, but landed on his face. And my Choppa clean up on aisle tray. This is Dirty Drake. Bullets touch him up like patty cake, beat his chest like an ape. When the track dropped, people on Twitter went crazy for it. They also noticed some of the subliminal disses that I guess Choppa thought he snuck past everyone. One fan said, "And my Choppa clean up on aisle tray? I can't be the only one who heard that, right?" Then again, a bunch of other people weren't quite on board. Whether that's just because they're YoungBoy fans or they just really aren't into the music is anyone's guess. One person said, "Next time I decide to diss YB, make a better song, trash ass shit. I was fucking with you, but I can't even respect you after that fake, spiritual shit you be on." The phrase clean up on aisle tray absolutely sounds like it's directed squarely at nobody else but YoungBoy. As we mentioned earlier, YoungBoy used the line clean up on aisle O. There's absolutely no way that there's a coincidence, right? I'm not crazy here. Either way, when Choppa started to hear word that people were catching on to sneak diss, he completely avoided saying that it was about YoungBoy. In fact, he simply tweeted, "I don't diss, period." That being said, there were definitely some other signs. In one of YoungBoy's past disses, he called out NLE Choppa saying, "I don't give a fuck about how you treat your body, give a fuck about your cleaning, I don't give a fuck about no bitch. You could have done those because I don't need them." For those who don't know, one of the biggest things NLE Choppa is known for is being a bit of health nut, who's into natural medicine and crystals and all that kind of new age shit. In Sleazy Flow Freestyle, it almost seems like NLE Choppa is talking directly to NBA YoungBoy when he raps. "Yeah, I play with crystals and shit, but I still would get you taped. The lifestyle I live helped me in court, so keep calling me Cap. Why you mad you're be choosing? Because we be winning and you be losing?" For all the hate that Choppa and YoungBoy are throwing back and forth, it's a little weird that Choppa has pretty frequently talked about his admiration for YoungBoy. Back in the day, he constantly used to compare himself to the dude. He even went as far as to make a tweet saying, "I'm 19, I blew up at 16, sitting on 15 platinum and gold plaques, over 5 billion streams worldwide, got my own record label with 3 fire artists and producer, ran up over 10 mils, own masters." That's what hottest youngin' since YB mean. Not a shout out, just facts. Name another 19-year-old. YoungBoy, he's still on house arrest. If the past few months have anything to say about what's about to go down, is that YoungBoy is probably already in the lab with the producer getting a diss track ready to drop. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't at least a little bit excited. What do y'all think about all this though? Are Choppa and YoungBoy really even beefing like that, or is this just some playful shots that they're sending back and forth? Should NLE Choppa really be pushing this thing forward, or should he just stay away from the whole smoke? Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to keep it rizzle.
Bruh, my whole thing about this is YoungBoy is on house arrest. YoungBoy will steady throw shots at people, and plus YoungBoy is the type of person that just don't give a fuck. You feel me? Like, he don't fuck if he cool with you or not cool with you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he could not give a fuck. So at the end of the day, bro, he's gonna, like, bro, he just threw shots at Gucci Mane, bro. Bro, I feel like I'm Gucci Mane and too, bro. He's just dissing people just to diss people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. If you fuck with me, then you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. He don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, bro, he would probably diss any and everybody that has a problem or doesn't have a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think it's like, bro, I bet YoungBoy don't even give a fuck about them. You feel me? Like, bro, it's just a bunch of dumb shit. You feel me? They're just doing a bunch of dumb shit. That's really all it is. But hey, at the end of the day, man, me, I'm the type of person to say to myself, you feel me? That's how I suggest y'all to do. Steady yourself. Stop getting into all this other shit. Putting your time into other people. Man, just focus on your damn self, bro. Don't. Yeah, you feel me? Like, y'all, God bless y'all. I'm finna see y'all, bro.
I got lean up in my kitchen. Hop in a coupe and not the grip. I got your bitch riding past the drive. Ain't about your bread and I can